going on, everyone? Got another video for you today. This one's a little bit different, not audio related. It is phone related though. And I have a phone you may not have ever actually even heard of. This is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 Pro. So there's like 132 versions of this phone. This isn't a full review, it's my first impressions. I've been using it on and off for a couple weeks now and just kind of give, my thoughts and things like that on the phone. But the one that I have in particular, it has 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage and is powered by a Snapdragon 720G. Now, normally I don't really get into the specs all that much because I don't really care, honestly. What I care more about is how a phone actually performs. I'm gonna make an exception with this one, mostly because most people probably don't even know it exists. So I just kind of want to get an idea, give people an idea of what they can expect in it. Like I said, it has a Snapdragon 720G. It has a 5020 milliamp watt-hour battery, which actually also translates into a 30-watt fast charge, which is freaking awesome. I love that feature about this phone. And here's the crazy thing, is it actually comes with a 30-watt fast charger in the box. It has a 6.67-inch full HD display. It is LCD, not OLED. So there are a couple things that I've noticed and I've picked up on, and I'll share those with you in a second. It has a quad camera setup in the back. Now, the funny thing about this is this version, my version, the global international version, has a 64 megapixel main camera. Most of the other iterations of this phone have a 48 megapixel camera. So just kind of keep that in mind as we continue to go, or if you do any research or anything like that. So you got a 64 megapixel main, 8 megapixel ultra wide, a 5 megapixel macro camera, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. So it is literally packing in 4 cameras, quad, 4 cameras into the back of this thing. The front camera is a 16 megapixel single shooter, and it is actually sitting right in the middle of the display there. So it does have that punch hole design, similar to, say, the Note 10 lineup. Those are the specs. That's what you're getting in the phone. And now I'm gonna do a quick walk around. Around the top, you got microphone, and right here, right there, you can see it. Look at that. Right there is an IR blaster. So you can actually, and I have this hooked up to my TV in my bedroom, I can actually control my TV with my phone. Going along this side, there's not really anything there. There is the SIM card tray. In the SIM card tray, you get the SIM card, and there is an SD card slot in there as well. On the bottom, we have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, thank God, a USB-C port, and a single down firing speaker. It is a very empty sounding speaker. It doesn't get super loud, and it is a little bit tinny. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's not the best speaker. It's not a very good speaker at all, to be honest with you. And then on this side, we have the power button and then your volume rocker. The power button is a little bit special. I think you've probably noticed there aren't any fingerprint sensors here. Power button is your fingerprint sensor. Now, I do want to show you guys, and you may not be able to see it, but if you look at the screen here, if you look around the camera hole, you might be able to see a little bit of discoloration around the camera. That's because the screen is LCD and not OLED. So there is a little bit of discoloration. From what I've noticed out of these pictures coming out of this phone, they're not fantastic, but they're not bad either. The thing that I've noticed the most is they tend to overexpose just about everything. You get what you pay for. And now, speaking of what you pay for, this phone is actually going for about $240 right now. So for 240 bucks, you get a quad camera setup, you get a 16 megapixel selfie camera, basically a full front display. So you're getting a decent amount of stuff for not a lot of money. If you're wanting to get kind of a Samsung Note type experience, but you don't have Samsung Note type of dollars, this actually might not be a bad option for you. For 250 bucks, you are getting a lot of phone. If you are in the market for a sub $300 phone, this one, you might want to take a nice hard look at the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 Pro. I'll leave it up to you guys. If you guys want to see a full review on this phone, go ahead and throw that in the comments, and I will get that recorded soon, hopefully. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Until the next one, I am out. Later.